Yes, once again, Murad Fiki, how's it going? Today is Thursday, November 14th, an incredible day to be here. And we're going to look at the latest, greatest data, the real estate trends, facts, and figures, and show you where are the interest rates going and what is the market doing. And that way you can be prepared for the end of the year, which is right around the corner. Can you believe it? Like Thanksgiving is coming up, and then we got Christmas, New Year's, and then 2025. I mean, that's how fast time flies. I mean, it's just like blitzing by. So you got to take some time and appreciate the moment, because before you know it, it's long and gone. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Weekly activity snapshot. We're going to look at the weekly activity snapshot, and then we're going to look at last month's results, October's results, so that we could just see month over month how are the comparisons going and where are the trends. So as we look at last week, we're checking week 45 of 2024, comparing that to week 45 of 2023. And this is November 5th to November 11th. So we'll see new listings. We had an increase of about 24.5% of new listings. 3,231 new listings were entered into the MLS. We had pending listings, a decrease of about 1.3%. So that was pretty flat. There was about 1,721 listings went under contract last week versus 1,744 a year ago. It's pretty much the same, but almost 2,000 homes went under contract. That's pretty good. Off-market listings. How many sellers withdrew their listings off the MLS? And you can see that sellers significantly withdrew their listings. 40.9% increase year over year. 1,761 listings withdrawn from the market. Could be because the election was over. Maybe the move that they were planning on isn't going to be happening. Maybe the family plans have changed or whatnot, or they're not getting the price that they were expecting. That happens too. So 1,761 listings taken off the market. And then closings. How many made it to the finish line? We had a 10.6% increase year over year. 1,325 listings sold last week, which is 10.6% increase. Showings, 32,061 showings last week. Actual buyers walking into homes and looking at them. That's an 8.3% increase year over year. And then HER.com listings viewed. 9,479,000, almost 9.5 million. That's about a 40% increase year over year. That tells us that the market is looking. The market is looking and expecting things to heat up. Open houses, 7,620 open houses held, both in person and virtual. And we're going to dive into the HER.com newsroom. We're going to look at the October results. Houston home sales surge amid mortgage rising rates in October. So we're going to, before we discuss the mortgage rates, let's go ahead and look at the October results. Total property sales were up by 10.2%. 8,627 properties sold on the Houston MLS, October 2024, versus 7,800 in 2023. So that's a 10% increase year over year. 3.55 billion sold. That's a 19.5% increase in sales volume, up from 2.9 billion a year prior. Total active listings, 49,423 active listings, a 23.5% increase year over year. Single family home sales, 7,185, which is a 12.8% increase year over year. And the average sales price went up by 5.2%. So that's 423,166. Single family median sales price was up by 2.7% to 334,900. That means half of the home sales were above this number, half of them were below. Single family months inventory went up 4.4% months inventory. So that means if no new listings come on the market at the current absorption rate, at the current rate at which listings are being sold, how long would it take for the entire Houston MLS to deplete from its inventory? And it would take 4.4 months of inventory. So that's up from 3.5 months. That is slightly turning into a buyer's market. And then single family pending sales in the month of October, 7,551, 23.3% increase. So we see this, the sales data is going up. We see that sales trends are going up, yet still we're getting more months inventory. So that tells us that still a lot of buyers are in the leeways. They're not really taking action. Then we see the average home median prices. If you want to look at the townhouse condominium sales, 489 units sold. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's discuss the interest rates. Now, the big question is, the Fed has reduced the interest rate over the last 3 months about 3/4 of a point, about 0.75% has been reduced from the Fed. And the question is, why are listings still sitting? Why is the interest rate not falling? And that's a big question. It's a great question because the interest rates are still pretty flat. They really haven't fallen. And, after discussion, a big answer to this question is because the Fed is not directly tied to the interest rates. The interest rate is more so tied to treasury notes and to the market. And until those start coming down, the rates are still holding strong. And with President Trump's re-election, the market took off. If you saw the stock market, whether or not you like him or you voted for him or not, the market took off. Stock market took off and treasury notes took off, which is why interest rates are holding steady. So that being said, it'll be good to see what happens in the coming weeks. If the Fed continues to lower the rate, I was a little disappointed by the 1/4 of a point rate drop this month. I was hoping they did another 1/2 point rate drop, but needless to say, that's really where it's going to go. We have to see what the Fed does and where the market goes. Where do treasury notes go? And that being said, I would keep my eyes tuned. If you're thinking about making a move, I would start talking to a lender now. We're going to refinance. When rates go to the 4% range, we're going to refinance. Absolutely. So, I'm going to wait. I'm holding off. I'm starting to talk to my lenders and I'm seeing where it's going. It's good to keep the conversation going and seeing where we need to be properly positioned for when that happens, we're ready to go. And so just something to consider. I hope you all are having a wonderful week so far. It's an incredible day. I hope you're enjoying the temperature drop. It's starting to be cool out there. It feels like winter. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And so happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, happy holidays. As always, I'm very happy to be of service to you and your family. Let's look at your personal situation. Let's not just, make a decision based on what you think. Let's really get the data. Let's get the talks going with the lenders. If you're thinking about making a move, let's see where's your house. Where could we probably sell your house for? And let's open up those conversations. It's a good way to know what you're dealing with and not guesstimating, right? So have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I'm very happy to help. And let me know if there's anything I can do. In the meanwhile, we will see you soon.